What's up, my Pungios? Andy with Andy Vlogs. Excited to share with you guys this content here. As the title suggests, we're going to be going over the best device for summer 2021 for your vacation. There's two different products here that I'm going to go over, and I'm strictly only going to go over these two products because they've had a huge marketing campaign this summer. This is the DJI Osmo Pocket 2, and this is the GoPro Hero 9. These two products came out in 2020, and I think the GoPro Hero 9 is a little bit older. With that said, both of them have really awesome combo packages on their respective websites that you guys can check out. Now, this is not a sponsored video. I was not paid to say anything here, nor was I provided any of these devices and accessories complimentary. So you know that this is going to be a genuine video. With that said, the Pocket 2 is the most recent device that I've actually come across. This already has a couple of the accessories set up on it. Nonetheless, I've had the GoPro Hero 9 a little bit longer, so I feel a little bit more comfortable about it. Now, my aim is to provide you my opinion and why you'd want to select either of the two. I don't know if I'm going to quite declare a winner here because both of these products are definitely different. They are aimed for different audiences. So with that, I'm going to approach both of these products a little bit differently, granted how your summer is going to turn out. The Pocket 2 is geared mainly towards on the street, traveling, vlogging type of folks. These are your, on the street photographers, videographers, those that have a family, are headed to an amusement park, going on a hike, going out. Just finished some food. Now we're gonna head over to Rise of the Resistance. This place looks very, very familiar, very similar to the one in Florida. Here it is. That's so cool. Look at it. It's the Millennium Bulge. Yep, it's exactly the same. This is perfect for you. It's very, very lightweight. It's very simple to set up. It's very good quality, and I think the experience is really decent. Not to say that the GoPro Hero 9 doesn't fit that category, but if I'm going to be camping and I'm going to be hiking, I'm going to be thinking, I don't want to carry a 1-pound camera. This thing's heavy. Although going swimming and camping is great for a GoPro camera, you need to keep in mind what you're planning on shooting. If you just want to show vistas, if you want to have, interactions with people, you want to have close-up shots, I think this is going to be your best bet. However, if you want more action-oriented, in the water, in the thick of it, attaching to your chest, all that kind of stuff, this is going to be for you, the GoPro Hero 9. I bought the Pocket 2 specifically for Disneyland. We're going to Disneyland, and I wanted to have something that didn't extend, that wasn't heavy, that was quick, and I could pick up and shoot real quick when my kids react to certain things, meeting princesses, when they jump on rides. This is easier to handle. I took my GoPro Hero 9 to Disney World, and it was a pain. It was heavy, it was clunky. It didn't really do what I wanted. I ended up using my phone way more. And as you know, with the phone, and you want to shoot like a selfie, you don't really have a good way to do it. So my option here is going to be trying out the Pocket 2 from Disneyland, and I may show some of that B-roll here. Let's go ahead and show you guys now some of the accessories associated with both of the products. There's a lot of accessories that both devices can definitely utilize, but I mean, just for the sheer amount of things here on the table, you can see that the GoPro Hero 9 clearly has the winner. I do have, granted, a couple of third-party devices here, like a couple of external batteries, as well as some attachable ND filter mounts. But nonetheless, the rest of the other stuff is pretty much, all GoPro branded GoPro accessories, and this isn't even a touch of what's out there. As far as the DJI Pocket 2, this is a good majority of what they've got available. Some of the more interesting items, as well as the most utilitarian items here. Now, starting with the Pocket 2 from DJI, you've got the tiny microcontroller, you've got the do-it-yourself extension, which gives you a speaker, 1/4-inch mount, it gives you the charging and the 3.5 millimeter. Below it, you've got DJI's own filter lenses. These are the ND filters from 8 all the way up to 32, which are fantastic. You've got the case that it came with, the protector case that has the adapters inside there, as well as the wide angle lens. Moving to the left here, you can see that the Pocket 2 has its own charging case. You can store a couple of your accessories right inside there, including some SD cards. This will give you up to 1.5 charges. You've got the extension pole and mount that basically is a selfie stick. You've got the lavalier mic, and you've then got the tripod mount, and that's about it. I haven't really seen any good third-party accessories. There's probably some screen protectors, some third-party cases that you could fit all this in, but that's basically it. From the GoPro side, you've obviously got the GoPro itself. You've got this weird detachable side case that you can do for webcamming. You've got the GoPro wide-angle lens. This is the GoPro Max lens mod. You've got the GoPro Light, as well as the wrist strap for the remote. You've got the media mod, which has a built-in microphone that's a little bit better than the microphone on the camera. It's got cold shoe mounts on top and on the side, buttons that connect to it, and then all these extra flaps for outputting to USB Type-C, 3.5mm jack, as well as HDMI. As far as accessories, these are my main go-tos. This is just the shorty handheld. It floats if you drop it in the water. Here is the new tripod 3-way that, you know, extends out and is also a tripod itself, which is a little more expensive. And then you've got the chesty mount for your action sports. I'm not going to go into the video editing and the app and software portion of this. You can check out my respective videos up in the cards or down below in the description. I have broken down both of these devices extensively, so I think you should consider those. However, I found that the GoPro interface on the camera itself, the screen is much nicer. The front-facing camera is much nicer. The front-facing LCD screen is much bigger, and I feel like it's easier to navigate. There are a lot more tactile buttons, which I like about the Pocket 2, which I think most users will appreciate as well. The accessories for the lav mic, I think, is beautiful. I wish the GoPro had a microphone solution better that could attach to you and can connect and give you higher quality audio than the built-in mics on both of them. They're both pretty bad. Let's talk about the sensor. The sensor on the GoPro isn't as good. While it might be bigger, it only has an aperture of like 2.8. The Osmo Pocket 2 has an aperture of 1.8, which is going to be better for your lower light situations. You're going to get, you know, better cinematic opportunities when you have a higher f-stop, which is going to be better for certain circumstances. Obviously, I can't take this underwater. It would ruin the device. So please do not submerge this in water. It is not resistant in any way, shape, or form. Okay, Ponginos, we're here on location. We're going to do a couple of comparisons here with the DJI Pocket 2 and the GoPro Hero 9 Black. You can already see that there's a couple of differences here out of the box. You don't get this handheld thing with the GoPro. You just get the GoPro and a couple of mounts. With the DJI Pocket 2, you're actually getting a full enclosured case. It is not waterproof like the GoPro is. You can submerge it. It's pretty good. This, you want to avoid water at all costs. The case itself is a little tight, a little too snug for me, which I don't really appreciate. But there are a couple of awesome accessories that the combo does come with. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start both of these. On the GoPro, I've got it linear horizon leveling. I mean, you're gonna want to use that for the stabilization. Why not tout the features that you've got? On the DJI, it's just the straight up lens, which is about an 18mm. This is about a 19mm. So we're just kind of walking along and showing you what this looks like. The angling is a little bit different with the gimbal. You're getting that stabilized feel, and as you move, it slowly pans, giving you that more cinematic look. With the GoPro, it's much more raw, you know, much more, I think, less professional. It's hard to manage both of these cameras just because of the way that they're both angled. The GoPro is kind of getting lower than the DJI. Let's go into a more, I don't know, darker, like shadowy area with more highlights and show you what the cameras look like. There isn't so much blowout. You still get some good detailing on both cameras. The DJI has a 1.8 f-stop as opposed to the GoPro has a, I think, 2.4, 2.6. I might be wrong. Nonetheless, it's handling dark and lights very good. Not so bad a contrast. Let's get closer up, see if we have an issue here. I am very close to the DJI, and it looks like it's getting, you know, pulling focus better than the GoPro. The GoPro doesn't excel as good in that regard. Nonetheless, I mean, both of these, like I said, have their strengths and their weaknesses. This is an action cam on the GoPro. This is a handheld, you know, vlogging camera on the DJI. Here's my pathetic peach tree that's way too heavy with peaches. I need to harvest these. Let's go ahead and show a first person stabilized shot. You can see that on both cameras it's very stabilized as I'm walking through my yard. We've got the horizon leveling going on. I'm tilting the camera here on the GoPro. I'm tilting the camera here on the DJI, and you're getting both really nice stabilized footage. What's nice about the DJI is that it definitely focuses on your face. It's got software for that detection, so that it makes sure that if you do tilt, it still keeps it, you know, stable here. This is what I look like as I cross my camera. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys now an action shot where I'm on my skateboard. Let's go ahead and switch to that. On the DJI Pocket 2, I've got the microphone set up and hooked up. On the GoPro, I've got the max lens mod set up with horizon lock. The DJI Pocket 2 is a 15mm lens, whereas the GoPro is 14mm lens. Horizon lock is gonna make things amazing. So let's go ahead and just skateboard a bit and show you what that looks like. Got both cameras upside down. All right, folks, I think we have some awesome footage here, as you guys saw on the demonstration, just walking around, you know, that obviously in dark and light situations, both cameras did very well, although the GoPro always has, I think, a more flat profile. I think it extra sharpens stuff, even though I have it on the non-sharpening setting, and it blows out contrast. I think the DJI has a better sensor, obviously because it can do better in low light with that 1.8 f-stop. Nonetheless, the action cam on the GoPro is so much better. It is fantastic. Even though it's got that nice little connector thing that you can do on the DJI, having the max lens mod with the horizon lock is incredible. I mean, it's able to capture all the detail in the action sports, whereas this, it does a good job. I think it does a fine job, but however, if you're gonna be doing action sports, you need to have hands free. That's where the GoPro goes in. So in that regard, it does win. I will admit both of them are battery hogs. It is annoying here. This does get kind of warm. I can feel it now that it's been running, at that 60 frames a second. If I were to run it at 4K, it would just drain that battery dry. On the GoPro, yes, it does drain battery fast, but not so fast. And you've got the additional batteries you can just throw in there. That's one huge thing that the DJI does not have. I do like the interface and the touch controls here. I think they're much more intuitive than the GoPro. The GoPro, touch controls are to be desired, and there's a lot of software issues reported. The DJI is fine. You can connect your phone to it, which is fine, and use that as, your monitor if you'd like. Now, ultimately, when it comes down to it, it's gonna be preference here, guys. I'm sorry that I give you kind of a on the fence situation. I've got both of them because I think both of them have their niche audience. They have their specific environments that they exceed in. Whatever works for you, I'd support. And I hope that you would support me by down below checking out some of the products there in the description that I have showcased here for both of the products here that I am showing. Thank you so much for watching this product review, this comparison. I hope you like it. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. My name is Andy with Andy Vlogs, signing out.